All right, folks, we are live here at Daytona. Just want to welcome y'all in. We are having a Bud Shootout event here at Daytona in the Gen 6 Cup cars tonight for First Gear Racing. We are scheduled for 75 laps of total racing, split up into two segments. We will have the first segment be 25 laps. After lap 25 is completed, we will have a caution. That lap 25 mark is a segment which will have a $10. Actually, there's actually more winnings now. My apologies. I am slacking. The first
Anybody
stage
want to have a pit party?
will be a $15 to the winner, and then we will have the remaining rest of the race in the second segment. Will be a $35
Anybody
to
want
the
to have
winner.
a pit party?
Yes, sir.
We're going to go ahead and get those turned off for now, just so we don't have any more noise. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, looks like these guys are planning out a pit party here. Get out on track, have some fun. But really appreciate y'all coming and watching us and supporting us tonight, as we're going to try to get hopefully as many as we can in here tonight. I know it's a holiday evening. We're getting ready to go back to work, school, life here tomorrow morning. But we've had a good weekend of racing so far for the holiday, and some really fun events. And it's nice we get to throw one more here before the weekend ends to top it off. We've got a good field here tonight so far. We've got 11 drivers registered with still time to join. So if you're seeing this, come on in and let's get you in with us. If you're in the league, if you're interested in joining and racing with us, we also have a couple of our websites. We also have a Discord and on iRacing. So right now, no action on track. Oh, here we go. They're going to start rolling off here. So we're going to get to see a little bit of racing here. They're going to do a little pit party. I'm just getting settled in the booth here as we wait for everybody to join. Hopefully everything's coming through fine on that end. Again, first live stream for me. I've tested a few times over the ages. Did a few earlier today. If you do notice anything, don't hesitate to let me know in the chat. And we'll do what we can, try to adjust on the fly here. Appreciate your all support for First Gear Racing and our members, our drivers, our families, and thank you so much. Again, my name's Jason, usually in the 9 car. Going to be sitting in the booth tonight putting on this show for y'all. So appreciate y'all joining us, and hope we have a good show to put on for you tonight. We're going to get a little preview of it here with this pit party. You guys are going to get together and try to see how it's going to be tonight. So get a little preview here for y'all. What a push by the 24 to the 21 as they get a huge pullout on the rest of the pack as they're kind of battling back there to just get in position. Really hard pushing here. Oh, we have one yeeted off there into the infield wall. That looked like that was pretty rough. Another one mowing the grass. And that 24 is just pushing that 21 right down the track. They are glued together. I just put them together, just the two of them, to the top of the board on the timesheet. Same lap time, 45.554 seconds to the top. What a push. I'm assuming the 24 might have blown his motor there. See some smoke coming out of the back of it. I think he sent it all the way until it had no more left in it, overheated and blew it up. What a push. You could see that if we have like a 1 or 2 lap shootout at the end of the race, cautions fall just right or something like that maybe. We do have some green-white checkers at the end of the race as well scheduled, so we want to try to have a green finish, and if we get a short run like that where you can get a couple cars hooked up, this could be pretty crazy. See the 7 and 15 and the 5 here trying to work together maybe. 15's trying to give that 7 a push. Tommy Thompson in the 7, George Buck in the 15. Michael Moquin in the 5. He's getting a push from Dakota in the 09 as they all finally catch the 21. Took them a couple laps, but they caught him. Can't be by yourself on this track because you're just going to get swallowed up with the two cars that are drafting together, working together. There's just so much more speed brought together there. We're sitting at about 7.5 minutes left of practice here before we get to qualifying for tonight. During qualifying, I'm going to try to at least get everybody on track the best I can. If they all go at the same time, it's difficult, but we'll try to get some views of the qualifying runs. And then the second half of the qualifying, I do have to hop into the game chat, have a little meeting with everybody, and go over tonight's event, and then I'll be back on for the broadcast. I'll leave it live while I'm doing it, but just that way everybody's on the same page. Ooh, what a save by the 7. Oh, and there we go. There's the big one. Definitely took out a few cars there. Let's go back and look at that one. Getting a little bit closer here. Oh, what a hit. 21 up into the wall. Looks like maybe just some heavy pushing there. And the 15 got pushed down, got a bump from the 09, and it came down into the 21. Oh, hard hit there. Back on pit road. Guys are starting to line up again. We've got a few still on track. Got Joseph Klein. He drives the 97 in the series. He is racing with the 48 paint scheme tonight. And then William Martin in the 2. They are hooked up here together, trying to work out and work together. Get as much drafting laps as you can in here in practice. There's the 11. Noah Miller just joined, so now we're up to 15 drivers in the lobby for tonight's race. Some of these guys are getting lined up, ready to do another pit party, it looks like, before we get to the end of the session. There's Mark in the 80. What else we got back here? Josh Peterson in the 6. Love that Eagle 1 6 car. Brings back memories from when I was a little bit younger. Maybe not childhood, but a little bit younger. Mark Martin drove that paint scheme for a good while. That 6 car, they always had some pretty nice paint schemes on his car. Looks like they're going to come out here as a little bit of a pack. Get up and get going, led by the 24. Michael Moquin in the 5, HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. Kyle Larson's paint scheme. Very popular. Good looking car too. Fast car. Always a fast car. Got a heap of cars here. Looks like everybody's getting lined up maybe to work together. Sounds like those guys are going. 66 up high all by himself here. Is he waiting on these guys? Maybe. Yep, he is. He slowed up here. We're trying to get packed up here for a little bit of pack practice, because that's what we're going to see in tonight's race. There's a lot of pack racing. These guys are going to be bumper to bumper, door to door. A lot of moves. Got to have momentum to make passes here. This car sounds so good coming around the track. Hopefully the sounds are okay for you guys watching. Hopefully not too loud. I haven't done any in-car yet. I might a little bit later. And if I do and it sounds too loud, let me know. And actually what I'll do is I'll hop in-car right now with the 11. I just want to see. It doesn't sound too loud on my end, but I can't for sure say how it sounds coming through. Let's see, really low in the car. I don't like that. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Probably not. Unfixable at this moment. Everything's fixable. There we go. Now we're in the neighborhood. Fixed it. Big bumps. This is practice. This is where you want to see how much the car in front of you can handle. You want to test everybody out now so you know who to work with, who can handle what. You have a better idea come during the race, so that way we have less mistakes. Not wanting to try to put your fellow drivers in trouble, but it takes momentum to lead at this track. And if you don't have anybody to partner with, sometimes it can be really hard to do it all on your own. So getting these tests out and kind of bumping each other really gives you an idea who you can work with and what the cars can handle. Riding with the 24 here, Lil Brian. Can't see much. You really can't see much in front of you. You're really taking a guess on if there's a car up there, how close they are. You hear him working the throttle, just trying his best to not just drive over the 11 in front of him. The 11's into that 66 up there, and the 24 bumps the 11 at the wrong time. The 11 will go spinning. Like it's, you can't bump the bumper. It makes it really hard to work in packs of 3. The third car and on back kind of have to just stay in the draft and stay close, but not push. And that's it for practice. All right, so we will go to qualifying here. Like I said, I'm going to try to get as many cars in as I can as they're qualifying. It can be kind of hit or miss based off of when everybody goes out. But we will do what we can. We've got Mark on track here, so we will follow him here for a couple laps. See how his run goes. Looks like we've got also the 50, Ryan Perrone, coming out on track. We've got the 15 of George Buck coming out on track. We've got the 21, Ben Summerford, coming out on track. And even the 2, William Martin, coming out on track right away. Got the 97, Joseph Klein, coming out on track. Here's the 6, Josh Peterson. He's out on track here. Here comes the 24 rolling out. Nobody's really willing to wait. 10-minute session. Everybody's kind of rolling out here pretty quick. 66 coming out as well. So we've got a lot of cars out on track. So we're going to follow Mark here on his run. He's on lap 1. These cars, I mean, it's a 2-lap qualifying session, so there's always a chance if you have a mistake in lap 1, lap 2 can be better. Depending on how you attack it, unless you run the top on lap 1, usually you can get lap 1 to be your best, but it's all about how you attack it. Drivers are going to take different avenues to try to get that fastest 1-lap time. Set this grid and try to be up front, to start up front, and maybe try to stay out of trouble. The big one always happens at these tracks, even with the smaller field. You can have as little as 6-7 cars, and a big one can happen. So even with right now, we've got our field up to 15 drivers. With I think we still got a couple more that might be coming. Anything's possible. So Mark sets the bar here on his first lap, 49.057, and then Dakota, then Ryan all hit. So we've got Mark in the lead right now at a 49.057. Oh, new leader, Ben Summerford, puts out a 48.988 time on the board. Everybody's going to try their lap 2 here with these guys. See what Mark gets on his second one. See if it improves from his 49.057. Josh Peterson goes up to second right now with a 49.014. Top 8 have registered a lap time. As I say that, there goes Josh Bryan. He goes up to P8, so we've got 9 drivers with times on the track. Mark goes to finish his lap. 49.002 puts him back up to P2, putting up a fight. Dakota gets to 6th currently at 49.099. Ryan Perrone up to 5th. George Buck up to 4th. Good lap time for him. Nobody's been able to beat Ben yet. Joseph Klein, his second lap, a 49.182. Jumps him 1 spot from 9th to 8th provisionally. Josh Peterson going to settle for 3rd right now on the board. And then Josh, let's see here, he just scores in at 5th provisionally. Tommy Thompson jumped up to 3rd provisionally with a 49.006. So Ben Summerford still on pole with a 48.985, the only driver in the 48-second bracket. Mark Owlett is in second at 49.002. Now the track quiets down. Nobody's on the track. We're kind of being hidden here. There we go. We found somebody. We found Tommy Thompson. He is rolling around. Oh, what has happened here? The 66. Looks like he finished his lap. Okay, so Todd Smith gets in 4th place provisionally right now with a 49.011. Boy, these top, I mean, you're looking under a 1/10 of a second from 1st to 8th. This is how close qualifying is here generally. In any series or car that you bring, everybody runs real close because it's full throttle, hold on to the wheel, smooth movements, and just hang on, because these tracks you can run full throttle the whole time. But it's all about who's the smoothest, who gets the best run, cornering, and less mistakes, less little marks on the wheel, bumps in the track that can maybe disturb you. The smoother you can be, the faster you are, and we've got a really close field here for tonight's race so far. We've got 12 drivers that have timed in. We're about halfway through qualifying. I'm going to go over and have a little talk real quick, and I'll be right back here shortly. We will see you in just a moment. All right, folks, we are back here. Qualifying has just got another minute left. We've got basically the whole field has qualified. I think we've got one driver on track trying to get a lap in here. Is Trevor Benz in the 33. He's got maybe just enough time to time in one lap here, so he's going to try to get this burner to hook up here before qualifying ends here in 35 seconds. We'll follow him down to the wire here, and then we will have our field set. Right now, currently on pole is the 13 of Kyle Heath. He has bumped Ben off provisional pole with a 48.979. Just barely edging Ben out for pole. Ben still in second now on the front row with Kyle. We're going to see what Trevor does here to fit himself into the standings, or how far up the ladder he climbs with this lap. Oh, he's super smooth this track, super fast. Crazy with the pushing. He's so good at it. He's really got a feel for these drafting tracks and always finds himself up front. And he crosses the line as the timer expires, and it doesn't register a lap. Oh, he was so close. Oh, he was right there. So he will start 17th, last in the field. Everybody is gridding up now, so we are going to get to pop over here. See if it keeps tripping out on me. It's all right. I'm sorry, guys. I've got buttons. I'm learning how to use them, I promise. All right, our field is about set. We're just waiting on 2 drivers to ready up. And then we're going to get this pace lap going here. As we're waiting, I'm going to get the starting lineup for you here. As we start with Kyle Heath starting on pole in the 13. We have Ben Summerford starting P2 on the outside of front row in the 21 Ford. In third, we have Mark Owlett starting in third on the inside of row 2, and that is 80. We also have Tommy Thompson starting P4 today. Row number 3, we got Todd Smith on the inside with Josh Peterson on his outside. We follow that back to row 4. We've got Joshua O'Brien starting P7 along with George Buck in the 15. Next row, we're going to have Michael Moquin. And I believe they're starting to move on me now. Joe Gibbons in the 88. Kind of tripping there. Here we go. So then Michael will be on the inside there, row 5, then the 88. Then we have Noah Miller starting, the number 11 starting P11. The outside of him will be Ryan Perrone in the 50. The 09 Dakota Cleland will start P13. The inside row there with William Martin next to him in the 2. Then we have Joseph Klein in the 97, but he's in the 48 car on the scheme, so that's fair. We'll say he's in the 48 tonight. I'll try my best. With Riley next to him in the 00. And then starting shotgun to the field, Trevor Benz in the 33. We've got a field. We've got a field of 17 drivers. I apologize, I said 18 earlier. I guess it's counting me even though I'm not in the race. Race Labs is getting goofy. We're going to get up here to the front of the pack. We're going to follow along with our leader, Kyle Heath, here for the start of this race. So they're going into turn 3 and 4. Remember, segment 1 has got to get to the leader, has to complete 25 laps, and we will have a yellow flag. The leader at that caution will receive $15, and then the second segment will take us to lap 75. The winner of the race will receive $35 tonight in this Bud Shootout in the Gen 6 Cup Series car for First Gear Racing. Along with that, we do have yellow flags, we have cautions, we have black flags. Rules are still have to be followed. Every driver has 1 fast repair and 2 sets of tires in the pits for the entire race. So we will see probably pit stops for sure after that first segment completes. And the pace car is off. The field is in the restart zone. Green flag is out. We are racing. Here we go. Kyle out to the lead here. Ben is able to drop down below him. Gets behind him here. That top line looks like the 7's going to do the same thing and drop down. So the 80 didn't get a great start there. Let a couple cars get down in front of him, between him and the 13. So that makes that low line a little bit stronger. Right off the bat, the upper line is kind of back and forth. They're trying to get formed up here. They go into turn 3. 13 still leads. 21 in second. Got 7 in third, and then we've got double file through the rest of the pack here. Big bump by the 21. Big bump there to the 13 as they're just trying to stay out in front of that double file. Trying not to let the high line get caught up with them. Seven there, third in line there on the inside behind the 21. Definitely getting a little squirrely. Definitely feeling the car get a little bit looser, trying to stay in line with the 21 there. That air on the front is just not there when you're tucked up underneath another car. The car definitely gets a little bit lighter. Wants to move around, dance around a little bit, a little harder to catch. But man, that 13 is on a rail. The 21 is on a rail right behind him as most of the field now has chose that lower line. Upper line here forming with Trevor. Ben started shotgun to the field, and he is up to P7 currently. Biggest gainer so far. Blinking out on me. Talk about Trevor and then he blinks on me. Darn it, Trevor. He's trying to get that upper line moving. He's got the 48. 97, whichever way you want to say it, behind him, Joseph Klein. Trying to get something formed up there on that upper line. The double zero and the... Oh, that was a little move on the 88 there. The 88 went up with the double zero, and the double zero jumped back down on him to get a spot. The 88 is going to lead that outside line now. Gets a bump from the 33. They're getting squirrely, trying to get the speeds matched up. See if they can get to working together here. Here we go. The 33 blinks again out of turn 4. Trevor, you're messing with me. Following along here with Joe Gibbons in the 88. Now he's got the double zero in front of him. And the 24 has gone up, and the double zero doesn't want to work with the 24. And let's see, does the 88 choose to? Yes. And the double zero gets around the 24. What a bold move. And gets down in front of the 80. What a move by the double zero. He's up 12 spots from where he started. He is our biggest mover now of the race. Moving forward. Again, the front 3 still together. Kyle Heath, Ben Summerford, Tommy Thompson. In a line, working together. No side by side, nothing like that. Just trying to keep the momentum going. Trying to stay away from the pack. Looks like the double zero's tucked in on that draft pretty well. He is catching the 7. Looks like they might be able to pull out because the rest of the field is double file. So here comes the double zero. What does he do with this run? Does he stay with them or does he split off and try to go high? He stays in behind the 7. They're going to try to keep going here. The 7, oh, down below the apron makes the double zero. Up above him here. Not certain if he's going to clear him though, but here comes the pack. The pack is there, and now everybody's got to let off. Oh no, the bumps, the bumps, the bumps. Oh, we have a huge wreck, huge wreck. A lot of cars involved in this. Oh man, that's what happens with the runs. When you have a run like that, and you're catching a slower car that has no drafting help, it is so difficult to get that speed right and to slow up, and it just didn't get past through enough cars. You can't see enough in front of you. We're going to ride here with the 24 in this one. As soon as I can get back there on his car because he was coming. Not sure why it's showing me. There we go. Let's go in car with the 24 with this run. He's off the throttle, off the throttle, off the throttle. And he's just getting bumped from behind. This is, there's not much you can do when this happens. Oh, it's just terrible. Terrible wreck. A lot of cars torn up in this one. This is going to require a lot of fast repairs in this one. But they have a fast repair. They have a way to fix the car, get it back going, get things going again. But it definitely changes the outlook of the race for these guys because now they've got to be careful. They got to be cautious. They don't have any more fast repairs. So that's going to be a big change right there for these guys. Let's go ahead and get back to the TV camera here. The 24 is out on track here. Got his fast repair. It's good to go. Looks like a lot of other cars are choosing to come down pit road here. About half the field is going to come and get fixed up, get service, repair. Looks like the 00 made it around with the right front wheels just not moving. Gets that fast repair. You see that repair happen instantly. No tires for him. He's going to save his tires for later. Just get the fast repair. Back on the track they go. So right now we're sitting at the top 6, stayed out. No pit stops for the 2 car, the 5 car, the 09, the 33, the 80, and the 21. So Ben Summerford is currently your leader as we are on lap 8 of 75 total. But remember, at lap 25 we do have the end of segment 1. That'll be a competition caution for the segment 1 winner. So these guys were getting racy. They knew they only had 25 laps from the start to get up front and try to make something happen to be that segment 1 winner. And the end result is that we had some cars get tore up there. The runs that these cars have, the speed difference between a car in the draft and a car not in the draft is so huge that when you catch a car, that lead car lets off, the cars behind them can't see. And you're kind of stuck. You got to feel that change of pace, and even then you got to feel it way ahead of time. And these guys, just not everybody was able to get wound up. And just a slight little tap gets the cars a little loose, and we had a little bit of a mess there. But that's okay. That's Daytona for you. And so now we've got a few guys that obviously had to use fast repairs there. That's their last one. Only one for the race. You can still get repairs done on time if it's not too bad. So nobody's out of it yet. All 17 cars are still in the race. The 7 car of Tommy Thompson is 1 lap down currently. But if we have another yellow, or he makes it to the competition caution, and that yellow happens, he will get the lucky dog and be put back on the lead lap if he's the first car 1 lap down. So there's still opportunity for him in this race. So everybody's still got a chance. Field's lined up double file here for this restart. Alright guys, we're getting back here for this restart. Ben Summerford is your leader. We got Mark Outlet on the outside. Green flag, here we go. Big run here. We got the 33 kind of staying behind him here, trying to catch up. The 5 even is gapped. We've just got a split here of that lower row. The 80 again did not get a great restart there like he did at the start of the race. Just dropped back a little bit. But the 09 is right behind him, so they should be able to get a run here. Lower line, if those guys stay together, I mean that's the goal, right? Is trying to stay together and stay away from the pack. Try to stay away from the 2 wide. Shows here Kyle Heath did pit on that last stop. Probably fished for fuel would be my guess. He wasn't involved in that incident. The pack is all lined up here. Now we've got another pack that has obviously decided that maybe they don't want to get so close anymore. So they have backed off just a little bit. The 7, the 15, the 50, 24, and the 48. So we know a couple of those cars were involved in that incident a couple laps ago. Probably had to use their fast repairs. So they're willing to kind of back it up a little bit. Try to stay out of harm's way, but you still got to stay in the draft. So we'll see how that works out for them as this goes on. Don't want to lose too much time to the pack. You don't want to be alone or anything like that. Because if you're alone, it only takes a handful of laps to go a lap down here to get caught by the lead pack. So as we're looking at the lead pack here, we've got one solid line here on the inside. We've got 7 on the inside, and then we've got a few here on the outside starting to look. So we've got a run from the 09, 00, the 80, in the 66 here on the high side. Trying to get a line together here. We've got the 88 here on the inside. I know the 88, the 6, the 11, the 13, the 5, the 33, and 21, all on this inside line. Nobody's really pressuring anybody. You see nice little gaps there. Just trying to keep the momentum going, stay out of trouble, no big bumps, anything like that. Now we have that upper line kind of break up. The 09 drops down, the 80 drops down, 00's down. Now they change their mind again. Another run, here we go. The 09. Got the 66 with them. Got to have friends. Got to have somebody willing to go up there with you. Give you a big push. There's the push. Oh, that was sketchy. Oh. Careful, boys. And you see that second pack just a little bit further back on track. About a half a straightaway back. Staying within touch. Just far enough back when something happens here in this front pack. You know, they're hoping they're far enough back to be able to slow up, stay out of trouble. So again, we're seeing a little bit of racing. Everybody's kind of pacing themselves. We had that yellow early on lap 8, where now everybody kind of had to think, okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to take care of our cars? But we're seeing some aggression just at a lower level right now. Everybody's going to pace themselves, try to get to the last few laps of this first segment, see if they can be in line to maybe make a run. 66 is definitely prone to staying up top there. He has definitely shown he doesn't want to run in line, it looks like. He's definitely staying to his own line. Now he's getting some help here from the 2. He's got to the outside corner of the 88 here. See if they can gain anything with the 2 and the 80 behind the 66, because right here at the line it's almost even with the 88. He gains a little bit here through the tri-oval. Now the 66 is even with the 6, so he's made up a car length, so they're definitely getting some momentum here. A little bit of side draft, trying to just keep from falling back, keep pulling the car next to you back so that way you can gain momentum. The 00 comes up behind the 2 here, so the second row is definitely getting formed up here. So now we've got 4 cars, 5 cars strong in that outside line, where now momentum, 6 and 66 still side by side for position here. Oh, we've got a bump, we've got a turn, and we've got another wreck. We've got a caution. Oh my goodness, let's go back and take a look at what happened here. As we are riding along, 66 gets a bump from the 2, it looks like. Yep, and it bumps him down into the 6 and the 11. Turns the 11, right hook right up into the wall. Looks like the 00 and the 2 also involved in that. 00 just used a fast repair for a right front being locked up from the last incident. That right front doesn't look good for him as well. And the 2 still back there spinning. So that is going to bring out our second caution of the race. It is lap 16. We're going to see the 66 trying to get around track here. We're going back live here. That was rough. That was rough. Again, the outside line is trying to get momentum. The 2 is trying to get a bump there to the 66, trying to carry that momentum. Maybe in the corner's not the best spot for it, but you're trying all you can to get yourself in a spot. Get yourself in that best spot that you can. We're gonna go back here. I just want to take another look at that for you guys. We're gonna get on top here. I'm gonna see if I can pop up on the cam behind the 2 here. We're just going to watch this moment here. Just that bump right there, and it wasn't square. I mean, it's close. He's trying to stay even with the 66. The 66 moves down just a hair, and that's all it took. Is just an off-center bump, just a little bit, and that's how touchy these cars can be. That's racing for you. Certainly at this track, that's common. That happens a lot here. But the 11, the 00, the 6, the 2, the 66, even the 09 got a piece of that. There's a lot of good cars torn up in that one, and that's a bummer. That's truly, you want to see everybody make it through it. But this racing does provide some excitement, some thrills, some crazy wrecks, and to have those, you're going to have drivers involved, cars getting torn up, and it's always a bummer as a driver being out early in one of these, because they're fun, they're exciting, the adrenaline's going. You really can have fun managing how to work through the pack and how to work with others, and just you have one little bump like that take you out, put you in a spot where maybe you have to use your fast repair, or you don't have one left, or something like that takes you out of the race. It can break your heart a little bit, but these guys are here to have fun, race hard, and try to put on a good show for everybody, and try to win some money. Prize money is prize money. I mean, we all want to win. We race to win. When you throw a little bit of money out there, us as drivers are like, well, heck, I got a chance at that. Let's go for it. And that's what we're seeing right now. But we've still got currently that yellow does bring Tommy Thompson back on the lead lap. So we do have all 17 cars in the field. All 17 cars are currently on the lead lap, although 17th place, the 00 of Riley Marabello, is still on pit road. I'm not sure if he's going to get out in time. Looks like he just exited, possibly. Yes, he's exited his car. Like I said, in that caution, that was the second incident where his right front tire got smashed in pretty bad, and I know he used that fast repair in that first caution. So that's gonna end his night, it looks like. And so now we are down to 16 cars on track, all 16 on the lead lap. We're definitely racing with some caution now for some of these guys. Don't have any fast repairs left. Have had to use some damage repairs in the pits. Whatever reason, everybody's on different strategies. Maybe some of these guys here took some tires, although tires aren't a big deal at this track. They usually don't wear too bad unless you get a really bad spin or something like that. So we're going to see that momentum here as we're going to restart. We're on lap 18. Restart will be lap 19. That's going to put us to basically 7 laps of racing to get to the end of this stage here. So we're gonna see what happens here. This should be exciting. Should be a good shootout. We've got Ben Summerford in the lead. Trevor Ben's in second. We've got Michael Moquin in third. Kyle Heath in fourth. Josh Peterson in fifth. Got Joe Gibbons, the 88, in sixth. The 88 car is always good at Daytona. The 09, Dakota Cleveland in seventh. Josh O'Brien in the 24. He's in eighth. I know he's had to use a fast repair early on. See if he's wanting to push on this restart or not. We've also got drivers George Buck, Joseph Klein, Noah Miller, Ryan Perrone, Mark Owlett, Todd Smith, William Martin, and Tommy Thompson rounds out the field. We're going to have at it here for this restart. We're going to see what kind of run, what kind of start these guys get, both inside and outside lines. Both the prior two restarts, we've had it kind of break out up front, and the lower line's gotten a good start, or drivers have been able to drop down and kind of go single file. At some point, that outside line's got to say, nope, we're not giving in. We're going to stay side by side and battle it out. And as we get closer to the end of this first segment, as we go green, here we go. Ben gets a great start, clears Trevor right off the bat. Got a little gap on the 5 car as well. But here comes the 13 with a hard bump to the 33. Good push right there. Gets that outside line momentum going here. They're definitely forming up. That 24 is definitely, even with that fast repair used, he is in the front. He is coming to race for the segment 1. He's willing to risk it now. He's here. He's not riding around in back. Pack is kind of splitting up a little bit. We've got one car a little bit slower on track, and that's the 7. He's kind of fallen back off of the pace of the rest of the cars on track. Now we see that upper line getting low, get down, got cleared of Ben Summerford, puts him back to 4th. So now we've got the leader up front, Trevor Benz in that 33, beautiful looking car. We've got him getting pushed by Kyle Heath in the 13, Joshua O'Brien in 3rd, and that great looking 24 car. And Ben Summerford in 4th. Got Michael Moquin in 5th in the 5 car. Joe Gibbons is up to 6th. Just quietly working his way up the pack, just waiting to win a strike here. He's got Noah Miller behind him in 7th. Here's where Michael's going up high. Noah's going with him. Dakota jumps up. So does the 48. So now we're going to see that outside line. See if they can build it up. Get good pushes. Good clean bumps. And not wreck each other. Not a bad bump in the corner or anything like that. Try to get the momentum to catch that inside line. Trying. That 5 is up to the 21 now. Side by side with Ben. Got 5 cars on the outside. This is a good group here. Okay, down to 4. Prove me wrong. 6 car jumps down to the inside. Inside line is holding strong though. That 33-13. They're up front. That 13's giving the 33 really good pushes. 24 is just kind of along for the ride. So 21. You really can't do a lot of bumping if you're the 3rd car in line or back. You just gotta kind of stay close, stay in line, keep the momentum. You get kind of towed along here. That outside line, that 11 is pushing that 5. They are doing everything they can to try to make up momentum. We are coming to 3 to go in this segment. Right now the front 3 are clear of that pack. We've got side by side from the 5 and the 21 right now. The momentum is kind of stopped there. They're not able to push anything further there. So we've got this front 3 kind of separating from the pack just a little bit. You can't really get too far away here. But they have just created a little bit of gap from the 21. And the 5 on the outside doesn't have enough momentum to get past them yet. So there go, some changes coming into 3 here. The 21 jumps up in front of the 5. And here comes the 88 to fill that spot. The 88 is up to P4. Joe Gibbons is coming. Trevor Benz down, back up. Oh, we got a bump from the 15 into the 11, I think that was. Got him a little squirrely, but they're still going. These guys are trying their darndest. Looks like Ben is just kind of falling back here. He went up high to try to get with the pack. Everybody kind of chose to go down and around him. They didn't really stick with him. Nobody wanted to work together with him. Another report, we've also got Mark Outlet in the 80 is kind of falling back away from the pack as well. He's a few seconds back now, about 8 seconds off the lead. Tommy Thompson's about 21 seconds off the lead, about a half a lap down as they're coming to get the one to go this time. This is lap 25. This is for $15 in the segment 1 win. We have Trevor Benz up front. Kyle Heath in second. Joshua O'Brien in third. We've got Joe Gibbons going back and forth with Noah Miller for fourth. We've got the 24 jumps up high here on the backstretch, trying to get a run, get a push from the 11. Is it too early? Is it too late? He gets a good run here, gets to the side of the 33. Now he's got the run. There's nobody to push the 13. Oh no, the 11 almost spins the 24. 24 comes back up, comes down in front of the 33. The 24 is going to win stage 1. Yellow flag should come out. Waiting.
Caution.
Oh, they got it.
All right,
They
tell
beat
me
me
about
to
the
it.
car, bud.
I wasn't sure what they were doing there. That's good. All right. Yellow flag is out. Field is frozen. And then now we will go around one time, catch the pace car. And we will see some pit stops. Congrats to Joshua O'Brien for winning that stage. We're going to go back and just watch this finish here a little bit. The move that he made when he did, I asked, is it too early, too late? He makes this move. It looks like to be at the right time as he gets a heck of a run. Gets a good push from the 11 here. Gets him a little squirrely. That was a heck of a punch. Good save by the 24. It slows the 11 down. Everybody gets a little bit uneasy right there. He comes back down, gets another run right in front of the 33 where that's a good push. Nothing else you can do there. Great racing by these guys. Clean finish to end stage 1 and a $15 to Joshua O'Brien. All right, looks like we're back here live. We see the 24's caught the pace car here. He's catching that. The rest of the field is right behind him as everybody's on the backstretch here getting caught up. So still to end this stage here, this segment of the Bud Shootout, we have 16 cars still in the field. All 16 are still in the lead lap. Joshua O'Brien first, Trevor Benz second, Noah Miller third, Kyle Heath fourth, Michael Moquin fifth, Joe Gibbons sixth, Joshua Peterson is seventh, Joseph Klein in 8th, Ben Summerford in 9th, George Buck in 10th, William Martin in 11th, Ryan Perone in 12th, Dakota Cleland in 13th, Todd Smith in 14th, Mark Outlet down in 15th, and Tommy Thompson is rounding out the field in 16th. So we see pit stops happening. We see the 24 staying out. Not seeing a need to pit. So has the 97, 48, whichever one you want to call him today. He's in the 48 car. Joseph Klein's going to go up to P2. Looks like Todd Smith also opts to stay out here. And the rest of the field comes down. Looks like some of them are taking tires. Kyle Heath's jacked up there getting right side. So is Ben Summerford. And Kyle's taking a full set here. So again, tires not a premium, but you just got done racing a third of this race distance. Probably not a bad time to take one of the sets of tires, but you only got one set left now. So that last set, if you do need it, you wanna have it in the bag just in case you get a spin or something and flat spot the tires and wear them out, something like that. But we did see some fuel only stops there. So looks like the 11 for sure. The 33 possibly. I didn't get a chance to get a good look at his car on that, if he took tires or not. The 2. There's the 88. The 6. 21. 5. There's a 15 of George Buck. Good old Hardy's old school scheme right there, looking good. Ryan Perone in the 50. Love that purple. That really pops. Don't see that on a lot of cars. He really makes purple pop on the cars he makes. It's really good. And then we've got Mark in the 80 back here. Tommy Thompson in the 7. Here comes Dakota in the 09 Hooters. And then last but not least, Kyle Heath. As the field paces here, we should be getting one to go, I believe. Again, just want to thank you guys for coming and watching, supporting us. This has been a good race so far. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Seeing the comments, we've got some fans here for Joe. We've got Let's Go Gibbons 88. Let's go Noah. We got Noah's got a fan in here. So good to have you guys with us. Thank you all for coming and watching with us, and hope we're putting on a good show for you. And good luck to your drivers as well. I see both Joe and Noah still in this race. Still got a chance to take the big win. Tonight's feature winner, segment 2 winner, whatever you want to call it, the winner of the race wins $35 tonight. So still a lot on the line for these drivers, and hopefully we're going to see some really good racing through this longer stretch here in this second stage, and a great finish. Alright, so drivers are coming towards the track over here. Pace car is just pulling off. Got the 24 here in the restart zone is going to be the leader.
Green flag.
Fires
green flag,
off. Green flag is out. Here we go. It's a great shot for you. Just kind of see everything going on right behind him here. See how these lines all form up. We've got the 48 dropping down. We've got the 2 coming down. High side gets broken up real early like that, it really makes it hard to get momentum. That 11's kind of hanging out next to the 48 and really can't gain any momentum now. 66 comes up a little bit, gives the 11 a little bit of draft. Here comes the 6 and behind the 11 and the 5. There's some help. As he jumped out to the outside, got in front. He's got the lead. He got around the 24 here. Noah Miller pushing him behind him here. Josh Peterson. We've got a clear line here. Michael Boquin. Cars dropping to the back. Josh O'Brien jumped all the way to the back after that. These guys are here just kind of chill out and see what happens, I guess. Back here with the 33 and the 80, just kind of lagging back. That puts them 14th, 15th, and 16th back for these cars. Our stage 1 winner. The rest of the pack staying together. Inside of the 66, trying to get by him here. The 66 has the 7, Tommy Thompson. Tommy was a lap down earlier in the first segment, involved in that first incident of the night. And he's back on the lead lap, running up in the top 5, slicing and dicing. Never give up. Never give up. Big push to the 66 right there. That was a great push by the 7. Gets a good run here. 66 is going to nose out in front of the 11 here. Let's see if the 7 gets a run here. The 09's getting a run on the 7, so this is where you got to be careful to not push at the same time. 7 gets to the 66 first, gets a really good push. Almost clears the 11, but the 11, oh, we got a little squarely bump there. Oh, that knocks the 11 down. The 11 comes back up. Woo, we are good. That was close. That was really close. Here's the field comes by, a little spread out now. Everybody caught their breaths, let off the throttle, changed their underwear, whatever they got to do after that. Get refocused. Try to find a way to do that without anything bad happening. That's the most difficult part here with Daytona and Talladega, even Atlanta now, these super drafting tracks, these super speedways. It's really easy to get caught up in something that is really of no wrongdoing. It's just sometimes you catch a car at the wrong spot, bad bump, and one car checks up, and then everybody else that's getting pulled by that car in the draft doesn't have time to check up. And then all it takes is just one car going a couple miles an hour faster, and you end up causing trouble. So these guys are giving it their all. They're on the edge. And I would say that about our top 10, 12. Now we've got Noah's dropped to the back after that scare. He's going to go back and ride with Joshua, Trevor, and Mark in the back. And just kind of, settle in. Calm down. It's still a lot of laps left in this race. We are coming to 40 laps to go this time by on this final stage, final segment of this Bud Shootout. We've got a lot of opportunity, a lot of laps to make to get to the end. So you got to survive to be there. These guys are doing everything they can to. That hornet's nest, it's really easy to have something just small, a simple mistake, a simple change in pace can ruin your night. And these guys want to be there at the end, so we've got a few cars that are going to hang out in the back, just chill out. We've got a few cars also in the back of this main pack that are just kind of staying spread out too. They're kind of staying attached to the draft, the 2, the 88. They're not pushing, they're not riding real hard. They're just managing their time, trying to stay in touch. As we see Michael Moquin in the 5 take the lead back from the 15. Push from the 13 of Kyle Heath. There's Tommy Thompson in the 7. These guys want to be up front. You can tell they're trying to get these runs to get up and lead. And when you're the leader, you can try to control it the best you can. That was a little squirrely there in the trioval from the 13. Everybody's single file now. This is where we might see a little bit of management time, just a little bit. We see the 50s falling back to that further pack as the 11's going underneath, so maybe the 50s just trying to stay out of it, stay out of trouble. This has been a great event. These guys are really, really racing hard. They're putting on a good show. They're giving each other a decent amount of respect. There's no super over the edge racing right now. You guys are really trying to take it easy on their cars, be good with everybody else around them. And you can see that they're giving each other space. Fun, fair racing, a lot of respect. We'll see if that changes with 5 laps to go. That's where it happens. Right now, everybody's like, "Yep, we've got time. No reason to race like it's the last lap," because it's not. And these guys know that. I race with these guys week in and week out, and it's really fun. I enjoy every race with these guys, and everybody really shows a lot of respect on track, and we all try to better our racecraft to be better around each other and to learn from each other. So it's been a good time, and I'm enjoying every moment of it. It's nice to I wish I could be on the track with them tonight. It's fun to get to try something else, do something different. So appreciate them coming and putting on a great show tonight. It's fun to get to call this one. Now we fall back and check this second pack. Looks like they've picked up the 09 as well with the 50 that we called earlier. So now we've got 6 cars kind of lagging back here in this back pack. So that leaves the top 10 racing in the first pack. And we've got 6 cars here in this pack. And you're just trying to stay in line, stay out of trouble. Got to stay close enough to be there at the end. Got the 11, 24, and 33 kind of working a little bit harder as the 80, the 50, and 09 just fall back just a hair, but they're still in the draft. When we go further here, we see we've got some side-by-side. Places are changing. Got the 88. Joe Gibbons up to 9th. Just managing his time. Josh Peterson back there in 10th. William Martin was in 8th. Joseph Klein up to 7th. Got Ben in 6th. George Buck up in 5th. We got Todd Smith in 4th. Tommy Thompson in 3rd. Kyle Heath in 2nd. Michael Moquin in 1st. And that HendricksCars.com Chevrolet number 5. Seeing some momentum on that outside. George Buck's like, I'm not content. I want to get up a little bit closer to the front. And the 48's up there kind of giving him a little push. Now when you have a front like that and you see an opening, say the 15 jumps down, leaves the 48 hanging to dry. Then the 66 comes up. So the 15's like, all right, there's another car. Let's go back up. So you got to count on what these other cars are going to do for momentum. Because if they wouldn't have gone back up, that 48 would have dropped like a rock. He didn't have anybody to help him. So now he gets their draft. He's getting a good run here. So the 66 is jumping the 7 right now, and 66 is up to 3rd. The 7 is side by side with the 15 for 4th. Here comes the 48, getting a little bit closer. They're getting a run. Here we go. The 66 is now side by side with the 13. Good bump. Oh, that was a little bit too much there for the back of the 66. Got him a little squirrely by the 15, so you're going to lose a little bit of momentum here. Get squared back up. Let your heart rate drop. Take a deep breath. Change your underwear. Whatever you got to do. That was a close one, but everybody's good. So now you go back at it. And here comes the run. They stayed together. Here comes the 66 on the outside of the 5. He's going to clear the 5. Let's see what he does. Does he wait for the 15 to come with him, or does he come down and shut the door? They both get clear. Are they going to stay up there and wait? Waiting on the 48. I'm going to try to get that high line working. 48 says, nope, I'm coming down. I'm clear. So he gets down in front of the 5. Then the 66 goes to cover, leaving the 15 and the 6 on the high side. And now the 66 is going to go up and back down, just trying to defend that spot. 15's holding his own there, trying to run side by side with that 48. Now he's starting to fall back. Just nobody up there to work with him, right behind him. Nothing, no good push right there. So now he's got a window. Does he get down? He does. He gets down. The 21 lets off a little bit more there just to make sure they don't bump each other at the wrong time. Now they can catch up with each other and get another run at it. So good, clean racing. Great job, guys. That's right. Race is not over, Joe. Come on, Joe. Gas pedal's on the right. I don't think Joe forgot where the gas pedal was, Jesse. I think Joe's just being patient and knowing that you got a few more laps here. We still got 30 laps to go. There's still a lot of things that can happen here. He wants to make sure he's there at the end for it. That 88's the right car to have on track at a track like this, and know that he's going to be up front at the end. So he's got a really good chance. Gas pedal is everything. That's right. So now that pack from the back has caught back up with the front, except for the 09 has fallen off. He lost the draft. One of the hardest things to do is to be alone on a super speedway. So he's counting on a caution. There's no other cautions guaranteed in this race. So he's praying for a caution to happen in the next 10-15 laps. Because if not, this field will get around to him if they stay in unison like this, and put him a lap down. So we have lost the 09 from the pack, but the rest of the pack has come all together. So we now have 15 cars in this pack. This is where things can get a little exciting. Because the guys that kind of fell in the back said, all right, we're done being in the back. Let's start working our way to the front. And this is where you're going to see it, those movements happen. These guys start making moves, or if they're still content staying in the back with over 25 laps to go. Still see that 15. He's not content. Oh, here we go. Pit stops. Everybody got in line. Green flag. Pit stops are happening. Oh, the 2 overdrove. Locked him up. Almost ran into the 21, but didn't. He missed him just barely. Good save. He's going to get a black flag for entering incorrectly into pit road. That was an unsafe entrance. So he will be held in his pit stall a little bit longer than everybody else. But good save on making sure he didn't run over the 21 or anybody else. But just a little bit too much right there. And he came so close to that 21 car. Good save, William. Good save. So he's staying on pit road, serving his penalty. iRacing makes you sit there for however many seconds. Now the cars are starting to split up. So this, you see you've got some that are coming off. They probably just chose fuel only. So the 33 is the first one off. We've got cars on pit road again the second round, so we've got the 5, the 11. The 2's just coming off of his penalty. The 11 is having a problem getting in his stall. Oh, mistakes. And we've got cars like Tommy Thompson has stayed out in the 50. Ryan Perrone has pitted, so where's the leader right now? George Buck. George Buck is the leader coming to pit road. Should see the 7 come with him. Nope, the 7 is going to stay out and lead another lap. Lead a lap for himself, it looks like here. So the 15 will be on pit road, and that looks to be the last car is going to be the 7. The 7 is the last one to go on pit road. He has not pitted yet, so he is the sole leader. He's got a 32-second gap between him and third place Trevor Benz currently. Trevor's going to assume the lead whenever the 7 pits, but at this point the 7 is with the 50, and he's trying to run it a little bit longer here. We'll see if he comes by this time and pits. The field is kind of split out. Not everybody's all together now, but if the 7 can have a good pit stop, get in and out of pit road, when he comes, he's staying out again. He is hanging it out there. Last time he was on pit road was lap 28 after that caution for the stage 1 break. So strategy here. We know we can make it so far. So these guys are saying, with 25 laps to go, it's a perfect time to split it up, just like we ran the first 25 laps in segment 1. They ran 25 more laps here in segment 2. Pit halfway, get that fresh rubber, or for some, just a full tank of gas. Don't even worry about the tires. They're still good. Let's go. Just give me a full tank to get me to the end. And it kind of split up the field. We've got multiple packs now as we're waiting for the current leader, Tommy Thompson, in the 7 car. He is still not pitting yet. He's still holding off. But now he's caught up the 50 and the 48. So this is where he can catch their draft. He can catch some extra speed, not being alone, not lose as much time. There's really no time to be lost here on pit road. Or staying out longer. Some tracks tire wear so bad you can't stay out any longer than the first car that pits, or you just lose time. But here, Daytona, there's really no time lost staying out longer, as long as you have somebody to draft with, somebody to keep that speed and momentum up. Because if you're all alone, you're a sitting duck, you're going to lose time. But he's right behind that 50 and that 48, and they are staying together in a line. So this 7 can run as long as he wants until he gets close to running out of fuel, basically. And he's going to stay out again. He's gonna run this as long as he can. He is down to a 29-second lead over Trevor Benz in second. Trevor is in unison in a pack with Ben Summerford and Kyle Heath, and then they have 8-second gap over 5th place Todd Smith. So we do have a little bit of separating that you can see on the track map. And so with that, I don't know how this is going to go. If that gap keeps shrinking on Tommy Thompson, he's not going to be able to get on and off pit road and stay with that first pack. I feel like he's going to line up probably with more of the third pack that's 42 seconds behind him, of 9th place Michael Moquin and 10th place Joshua O'Brien, and 11th place Noah Miller. They're a pack of 3 as well. So we have a bunch of 3-pack cars out there. And so he's going to have to split in with one of those once he pits. So it's going to be hard to see, whichever pack gets the most cars in line together is probably going to be the pack that has the most speed, and if that's the lead pack, it's going to be hard to catch them. Alright, so Tommy Thompson is just staying out. I don't know exactly how long they can run on fuel. I want to say it should be 30-some laps, so we should be getting pretty close. He's at 28 laps on this tank right now. So he's got to be getting a little bit closer. I think it's like 31 to 33. I might be wrong on that. But there's definitely going to be the need for the pit stop. I just don't know how much longer he's got till he has to take it. But he is hanging in there. He's got 27, 28 seconds on second place. So they are slowly gaining on him. So he is losing a little bit of time. But the 50 and the 48 aren't really pushing each other hard. They're giving each other space. So you're losing some momentum there. And then as we go through around the track here, we're just going to visit in the 09, the 11, the 24, and the 5. That's 9th through 12th. So they're packed up together, trying to work together to gain in right now. They are 40 seconds off the leader of Tommy Thompson. They're 13 seconds off of second place Trevor Benz, which would be your leader after Tommy Thompson pits. So 13 seconds means they most likely all took 4 tires to the main point, or had a mistake on pit road and just lost track with the earlier packs. As we go further up, we've got another 4-pack that involves the 80, the 6, the 88, and 66 from 5th to 8th. They are 36 seconds off the lead currently, or 10 seconds off of Trevor Benz in second. So they're the closest pack to the lead pack that has already pitted. And then you have, just notice here, William Martin is now a lap down. And then that was due to that penalty, that pit road entry. The penalty happened to stay on pit road as long as he did. He lost a lap to the leaders. So he is one of 2 cars that are a lap down. George Buck in the 15 is also a lap down now. Then you have Trevor, Ben, and Kyle, second, third, and fourth. They are currently 26 seconds off of Tommy Thompson in the lead. I'm trying to close that gap. Again, you don't see him pushing real hard. They're just trying to stay in line, stay smooth. And then in front of them, you have George Buck, who, again, like I said, he's a lap down in 15th place. He wouldn't be a lap down when Tommy Thompson pits, because he'd still be in front of Trevor Benz at this moment. But Tommy is still content riding with the 50 and the 48, just staying in line. We're coming to complete lap 59 of this race and start lap 60. So 16 laps to go. We are nearing completion here, and the leader of the race has not stopped. So is this the plan? Am I not understanding the fuel mileage? Was he saving some? I don't know. Again, this is, to me, I thought it was 30 or 35 laps was the most, but he's getting close to that. So we're just gonna have to wait and see here. He's at 32 laps since his last pit stop. So I gotta feel like he's got to be coming to pit road here soon. It's like every pack is slowly gaining on the other pack, so I just don't know if we have time for all of these packs to come together. But if this second pack gets caught by this third pack here, led by Michael in the 5, I mean, 8 cars in a row, if they get lined up, they will catch that front 3 pack of Trevor Benz, Ben Summerford, and Kyle Heath. There's no way they don't. They just got to have the time. I mean, the laps are counting down, so that's the biggest thing against them. We're at 15 to go now. Those packs, if they get together, that can be the chance to make up this 9-second gap between. Okay, here we go. I see the gaps changing. It looks like Tommy Thompson just hit pit road and his stall. He is taking tires, right sides. So he is getting passed for the lead right now, and he's taking left. So he's doing a full service here, tires and fuel, and back out on track. Here he comes off pit road, and he's going to miss that second pack, and then there goes the third pack. So staying out did not get him the reward he needed. He really should have maybe taken fuel only and seen if that would have saved him some time. I don't know how much. But he's going to be kind of alone in that gap, because the next 2 cars to come around are the cars he was drafting with earlier before he pitted of the 48 and 50. So that'll be for position when they catch him. So now we've got a battle. We've got pack on pack, and they are coming. These packs are going to merge here. The 2's kind of in the middle of that. He is the second car 1 lap down. He is in 16th place. Due to that penalty for missing the commitment cone on pit road when he locked up his tires. Came in a little too hot, so you're going to have a pack basically of 9 cars that have to try to chase down those front 3. Oh, hang on. Trevor Benz. Something happened to Trevor Benz. My apologies. Let's roll back here real quick. Blinking. Oh no. My boy went blinking. Trevor. Your internet connection costing you something here. Oh. Well, this is gonna change things up a little bit because they lose Trevor, but they gain the 15 of George Buck. So I don't know how this is going to work out if Trevor gets back to the further pack here, and they're catching fast and they're coming too wide. So they're going to catch him within a lap or two. That'll make it 10 cars in a pack, but it's still it's a huge feat because they are right now 10 seconds off of Ben Summerford's lead from Mark in fourth. So let's go back and see how are they going to catch Trevor here. How's this going to work out for him? Let's see how this works, because that's one slow car with a bunch of fast cars too wide. I know a camera for this. There we go. We're going to see what kind of momentum. So, okay, they got single file here, so the 5 is going to drop down. 24, 11, 09, the 66, the 6. Here comes the 88 and the 2. See if the 88 stays with them. Nope, 88 drops down in front of the 80. And the 2 is going to as well. So the 33 is going to go to the back of this line here. Is he going to try to catch the draft? Does he have, I'm assuming that the blinking, he just had to get off track because maybe he didn't want to wreck anybody. But he doesn't seem to be blinking now. Looks like the 2 is going to let him in. So now he's got to kind of catch a draft of this pack. Led by the 5 and the 24. But the 15 is a lap down. 15th place, but he is with the leaders, the 21 and the 13. And they still have a 9.9 second lead over Michael in the 5. So we're going to keep an eye on that gap as we come to take 10 to go. 10 to go this time. So basically that rear pack needs to make up a second a lap. They have to. 10 laps to go. You got to average at least a second a lap here. Jesse says, Joe, if you win, I'll buy you a beer. Joe, if you win, you can buy Jesse a beer too, because you're going to have yourself $35 extra. There's some beers that can go around there. Maybe a case or two. Come on, Joe, you can do it. Just got to get that run. This rear group, okay, halfway through the lap, they're down a half a second, 9.5 seconds. But they got to come faster, 9.4. That rear pack has to make up a second a lap and then some. They got to get there and then get by. So this is going to be an exciting finish to see if they can catch them, because they have the numbers, they have the pack. Let's go back and get a look here. They got to work together. This line has to get to work together. They got to stay in line and be as smooth as possible. Qualifying laps as a pack for the next 9 laps. Right now the gap is only 9.4 seconds. They are not making up enough time for this finish. Right now they got 7.5 laps left. Just not enough time. The 21 and 13 had flawless pit stops, got out in front, got together with that 33, and really stayed true and in line and just managed the gap until whatever happened with the 33 and his connection or his blinking. It looks like he just got out the way. Didn't want to cause any trouble. Good on him, Trevor. I know you want to win, but you know, again, shout out to you for what I believe is you just trying to get out the way and not ruin somebody's race because of whatever's happening on your end, connection-wise or whatnot. And I think it's affecting them now, because even with Mark behind them, they haven't been able to keep up with this pack. This pack is coming, but there's only so much time left, and 7 cars in a row. They are still 9.2 seconds back. So this isn't looking like they're going to catch them. Looks like we're going to have a shootout between the 21 and 13. Unless something else happens here, this could be how this race falls down here. Going back here and looking, the 21 and 13 staying in line. That 15 staying in line with them, just being a part of it. I mean, it's that gap is not closing fast enough. It's down to 8.9 seconds. So they're making gains, but they need probably an extra 10 laps on the scoreboard because we are coming to 5 to go this time, and 5 laps is just not going to be enough time for these guys to catch them at the rate that they're coming. So our lead's down to 8.2 seconds to that rear pack. Led by the 5 and the 24 still. 24, big bump. Like, they're trying. They are trying everything they can. The 66 is peaking up a little bit high on the 09 here. I don't think he's content with wherever he finishes. He doesn't want to finish 7th, 8th, 9th. He's going to try to get to the front of this pack. Just nobody's willing to go with him because if they don't stay together, they don't have a chance of catching them. And again, I think that chance is probably gone because they haven't shown the momentum to be able to make this happen in the next 3.5 laps. But they're trying. I will give it to the 5 and 24. He's been that 24 has been right on the 5 this whole time, trying to make something happen. The 11 stayed right in line. These guys are doing everything they can. But that lead, that 21 and that 13, this is what we're going to have to watch at the end here. So we're going to stay on these guys. We're going to see how this plays out. Again, if there's a caution or something happens, we have green-white checkers. This race isn't technically over. But without a caution, I think it's going to come down to these two. The 13 and the 21 are going to get a chance to battle this out. The 15 may play a part in it, depending on if they split each other and it takes the bump from the 15 to win it. You know, you may need some help from that lap down car. Maybe Radio George Buck asks for some help right now. Please, George, stay with me. But this is going to be the race for the finish between these two. It looks like. So this time by, we were coming to 3 laps to go in this race. 3 laps to go, and they have a 6.9 second lead over that second pack. So again, they're making up time, just not making it up fast enough. Again, just want to reach out and thank you all again for participating with us, watching this race, watching this broadcast. My first one. My throat's starting to feel a little bit. I hope I don't sound too hoarse for y'all. I want to thank y'all for giving me this opportunity and going along this ride for us for this race. These guys have really put on a show. You can see where the pit stop really changes the strategy and how this race is going to finish. That green flag pit stop played a pivotal role for the 21 and 13 to be where they're at. And we're possibly going to see a great finish between these two cars as we are coming around here. We're going to take 2 laps to go. So when does he make the move? How do they work this out? Do they wait to the last corner, last lap? It's going to be like what Joshua did at the end of stage 1 to take that finish. Wait till the end of the backstretch, get side by side, carry that momentum and battle it out. You don't have much help behind you, only one car. So that momentum's gotta be there. These guys have got to put on a heck of a fight here. So we're coming around here through 3 and 4. The leader's going to see the white flag this time. All right, white flag is out. Lap 75 has begun. Unless it just lied to me. And that was lap 75. They didn't throw the checkers or nothing. Congrats to the 21, Ben Summerford. And he just tripped there at the end, and now it says 76. It says they finished. It didn't do it in the beginning. I apologize, guys. That was the finish. There I go. Newbie. That was the race for the win. They stayed together. And the 21 gets the win. So top 3 are going to be coming in to do interviews, I believe, and our stage 1 winner, Josh, as well. Get to talk to some of these guys about the race and about the finish. That's going to put Ben P1, Kyle Heath P2, Joshua O'Brien gets P3. So let's go back. Let's go back and see what happened on the end of this race here for the 24. He was pushing that 5. The 11 looks like he tried to make a move. 24 gets up to the outside wall. 6 goes to the inside. 5 goes for the block. They touch. Changes the momentum. And the 24 gets the edge on those guys, and they wreck crossing the finish line. Joe Gibbons comes in 8th. I know he had some fans here. Joe did not get the win today, but he did get 8th. Todd Smith 7th. Noah Miller 6th. Michael Moquin 5th. Josh Peterson takes 4th. Trevor Benz 9th. Mark Owlett 10th. Tommy Thompson 11th. Joseph Klein 12th. Ryan Perone 13th. George Buck 14th. Dakota Cleveland 15th. And William Martin 16th, with Riley Mirabello in 17th. So let's get some of our winners in here. Let's get to talking to some people here. I really want to talk to these guys and just cheer them on just a little bit. Maybe. Of course, my system's going to be acting funny now. Alright. Let's see, who do we got in the booth? We've got Joshua O'Brien. Let's bring him on up here first. Joshua O'Brien, you're in the booth with Jason here. Can you hear me? Joshua, you got a copy? All right, man. Congratulations on segment 1, winning that stage, and then P3 here at the end of the race. Tell me about your race. Tell me about your day, man. Yeah, that was a heck of a finish there at the end of segment 1. That was well done, well driven, and then saw you kind of, take it easy at the beginning of segment 2. You guys kind of got in a pack, got away from the main pack, and just kind of managed to get to the end. Was that just the main plan there, I assume? Yeah, it definitely looked like you guys were pushing hard. There near the end, you guys were making up time to that main pack, and I thought when they lost Trevor that you had a chance to catch Ben and Kyle, because you were 10 seconds out with 10 laps to go. I was like, hey, they could do a second a lap. There's 8 of them and only 2 of them. but they had George with them. They had lapped him, and George was staying with them. And then I saw we were showing you a video of you on the backstretch every time around, just right in the back of that 5 car, just pushing as hard as you could. And the time gap just wasn't enough. I was like, I don't think, you start thinking, oh, there's just not enough time. They needed a little bit more time because you guys were coming. But heck of a race, man. That was fun. Appreciate you putting it on and helping host us tonight. And thank you very much for that. And congratulations on that segment 1. And then P3 for the final. That's good as well. So great racing tonight. I appreciate it, man. I gave it my best. My throat's going to be a little sore tomorrow because you can tell I don't do this for a living. So, but I'm glad I got to do this for a change, and it was fun. It was fun getting to watch it, witness it, and get to call it. So hopefully everybody at watching enjoyed it as well. For final note, the floor is yours. Any shout outs or anybody you want to thank before you hop off? All right, man. Well, we appreciate it, and we'll see you next Saturday. We'll be in Indianapolis, so we'll see you then. Okay, bud? All right, see ya. All right, let's get Kyle up here. He finished P2. Well, this is a totally different scenario. Kyle Heath, can you hear me? All right, buddy. I'm not used to interviewing you, okay? This is weird for me. I'm usually not in the interview booth because you're kicking my butt, so this is different. P2 for you tonight, brother. Good racing. How'd the race go on your end? How'd it go for you? Yeah, I forget what it was. I think it was that stage. Was it the break after the first stage? You pitted and you came out like last. Is that when that was? Yeah. Okay. Nice. Oh, I gotcha. Yep. Yeah, I saw that. We were following the group behind you guys as they were merging together, and I saw Trevor's time change on my heads up. So I went back and had to replay it, and I was like, man, he was blinking pretty bad there. So good on him for getting out of the way and not causing a wreck. But it was a bummer he couldn't get the draft behind you guys and stay with y'all, because he dropped way back. He ended up finishing ninth. He could have had third there if he would have been able to stay behind you guys. But you guys were hauling the mail. You guys were staying in line really well. The close rate they had on you wasn't going to happen. Even as they grouped up and they were split in 2 packs of 4 and 4, and they met together, and then Trevor got attached. They were 9, 10 cars, and they still weren't making up enough time on you guys with the laps that were left. So great strategy by you and Ben, to have, and Trevor with that last pit stop, to have that kind of gap, at the end of the race, and took away some of the excitement that we thought we would have. I at least thought that you would try to pass them at the end, but great racing. You guys did a great job. Great job on that P2 finish, man. Well, that's fair. That's fair. Right. I understand, man. That's all good. Um, Fair enough, fair enough. I know if that would have been me, I know I wouldn't have finished P1. I just know that much. So I know where I rank. It's okay. Ben's a good guy. I would do the same for him, I feel like. So that was great racing by you guys, and great finish. Great. Glad you could make it. I know you were a little short on time on being able to make it, so we're glad to have you make it and race with us. So really appreciate that, and we will see you Saturday at Indianapolis, man. That's right. Yeah, I'll be right there with you. I'll be right there with you. I promise. All right, man. We'll see you then. Yeah, appreciate you, buddy. And then let's get the winner in here. Here we go. There's Ben Summerford. You got a copy, Ben? Hey, we saved the best for last, and that is you, good sir. Congratulations on winning that feature. Hey, what's up, Josh? What? Oh no. Ah. Ah. Well, that's. Oh, dang it, man. Okay, okay. I'm gonna do something real quick. I apologize. Yep, that sounds fair. I appreciate that. All right, man. I'm sorry, Ben. I thought I had this side figured out. Um, I'm a new guy. This should be under media source. There's Oh, there's got to be a where to do this. Audio output capture default. I never turned it off because I just muted it in Discord. I had my headset turned off in Discord chat. Let's try this. Anything coming through? Can you try talking now? No, that didn't work either. Dang it. Well, this is a bummer. I thought I had this figured out. I'm going to have to do a little bit more looking into that, I think, because... Ah, yeah, window capture. Well, let me window capture. Nope. Oh, no, here we go. Maybe this will do Discord? Nope, that's not it. Oh, crap. Game capture? So let me capture Discord. Capture a specific window. Discord is not listed. Well, Yep, that's something I'm definitely gonna be trying to learn how to fix that, 'cause that's a bummer. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to put the pause on that because I have not got that figured out. I apologize, everybody. My interviews are not coming through with the drivers, so we are gonna call it a night tonight. But congratulations to Ben on winning the Bud Shootout and getting that first place $35 championship winnings for tonight's race. And then we'll be back on Saturday. Saturday night, we race Indianapolis Oval in the Gen 6, which will be broadcasted by BMRL. Chris and Dustin will both be in the booth for that, and we will see y'all then. Until next time, y'all have a great night, and thank you for watching.